Contestant number 1. How would you invest?
Judges ne person who say, "Kwai be so and I be invest in relationship more and be our future."
I'm going to get my man a range so we can cruise together.
I know what he likes. I'm going to enhance it. Then I'll twerk for him.
I'm going to invest in our home and I'll finish it with the best home appliances. I'm going to save a lot of money when I get these home appliances from KOFI, Ghana's #1 discount and free giveaway store. Love season you win. So up to over 60% discount. You
have given me goosebumps all over.
We feel what
you want to? Now, say what you want to KOFI 4 60%. KOFI
60% love season. Girl with too much sauce. We do all.
From the 1st of February, up to the 8th of February, a yellow promo will come for up to 60% off.
I was never more about you, Safi, and what kind of one KOFI TV soon. You ever didn't come more after Ukraine and Russia, the ACL, you ever heard dynamics and all Putin. Dear Nama or put to pressure over Ukraine. So Ukraine penny in any way will be ampes over support no what are the dynamics ama akowie say Ghana for ho and there 14 never be drew to carry machine na bia. One more cano yeba be rest studio ya no na ye ne ebi edi nkomo Romania one more eboa Ghana for ho na no. Omo chere say buses ni bi aba ayefa ebi di omo akọ airport but these ones are individuals omo kan say twa omo ticket enye dey aban de omo eba ne bi. Aban de na I think aka 2 days and sana ebi etumi assign ababio. At the same time, a lot of them also say womo emma ama akoye den de ama aban. Ebra azam ne ba ne nyina ye say aban kofa Ghana fo a war Ukraine. Emfa womo emra. Planes ni bi ekodu ho nso a ebi say womo emma. But there is one specific area war Ukraine make I say aye den de ama Ghana fo over be nipa 100. Na the ama ayeden say Russia for no etwa eho ahia enti ama ayeden say rescue mission bia betumi akoso ede ama womo. Some of the information I picking about egusu ya na Ghana for Ukraine bi ma ye info na ye nyina eto monim enti say wo hwe map no ankasa Ukraine, in fact the whole area no say the Ukraine e wo ho no ohunu say countries say twetwa ho ahia no ebi say obetumi ama me quick zoom in on Ukraine area no a obehunu say eso there we go straight kakra me pe bia Ghana for no adwane akwakogugu no ebi ohunu say this all cross border no ansa na watumi akọ but I kwakoye difficult e dey ama ebi say o betumi akroso but currently Russia enso etumi atake charge of areas no ebi areas you better say Russia dominate now and I say omo forces no age ho aboso nso ho a you better Farouk Al-Wahab and dynamics we no tiase ya obetumi aboa ama yetumi achechemu so we'll be looking at all that but also Ukraine over this side that is where Poland top hosa that is where ebi mo etumi adwane akwa hyehyɛ na omo hunu se so omo ba fio se womo ka ho se womo pese womo kɔ Europe agman bi so yentimi enche enti ye hwese ye betumi akɔ ne ne Ghana fo ne bia ɛwɔ hɔ no edi enkomo but aja Farouk
yes
memo akwaba
mam joso
empombo kɔ de
KOFI bia boko
yeguso kakra ye hwese ye betumi ehu dynamics ne kakra but first of all ye nhwɛ obampani Putin who is he obi asuro no assistance na utie Ukraine panin na nsema wa kan say obi ambeso bebo na papa bia o mo ebo na kra no I stand with but going physically na yeden kakra.
Okay, I put in a Russian politician or starting the politics acheye or started at said you be can say at the local level and otimi be mayor otimi be boss of KGB. And KGB is like the American CIA version, or call it FBI, but more or less of CIA of the Russia. And for somebody to have gone through, or the Soviet Union, and I said the Soviet republics, no be KGB boss. I think say you most dreadful guy more than those who became the president, because KGB in the whole do the talisman of the Russia, and for that matter time and USSR until or yeah politician be were well experienced, and we can call him a nationalist, and also a very hardliner, and at the same time or yes stubborn. That is the description that Oka said Mimisa Menkan for putting one.
Oka so yes stubborn in what sense?
Stubborn in a way say anything, either you call it the standards, and I say the ideology, or a very ideological person, or a ideologist. Yeah. Anything from the time, if you read his background, the Okaso Yebiano, one relinquish it. So that makes him stubborn. So regardless of whatever and whoever talks, whatever anybody talks, he is still only consistent in his own ideology and believes in philosophy. And he, in short, we're a very stubborn politician, Russia for Enyano.
Cecilia Oshebia Omo take charge. Does it mean say gradually Omo take over Ukraine? Looking at the map now.
Okay, very simple. If you look at this from this angle, because you know I deal with this without even looking at the map.
Yeah.
The right side, the eastern part of Ukraine border with Russia. The top, Ubohu Luhansk.
Yeah.
The Fred, the same region, either Lugansk, and your Donetsk, okay, and your Mariupol. Now these three regions now, they're from Donbass region, and Oba Asia Hamzusa Crimea. And the problems now kosono the Russia eastern part, that is the eastern part of Ukraine, are on border with Russia. Now when I say belt no Donbass for no, almost claim say they don't want to be part of Ukraine. They want to be called Russians. But Kofi says step back, and we're dealing with the history from where Ukraine and where we are today. I think that will help. Map and I think say a bemu too early into a cut off the conversation.
No, I just want to have
understand
a different way say of
yes,
just quick say
yes,
yeah, because currently Ghana for now be and they want to be say because what check maybe Russia take.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
They are safe. They be Russia interest and why this is
because Kharkiv and Kiev and only the northern part and so you're still like eastern north.
Okay.
And baby are on interest in one on Ukraine border, the south Crimea and the Ojiache.
Okay.
And the Donbass region train Mariupol, Lugansk, as they call it, Luhansk, and Donetsk. Okosrona, Kiev no owomu kakra bi. What I say, and the Kharkiv no so owomu kakra. But who bad the western side in the face Europe, the Polish side no, and now say oba the only Slovakia more border now. Pressure and shudder in here as we speak. Okay. And I believe say whoever is in Ukraine now will try to drift and move towards that side. And when I'm say inside, there's a congestion because there's a mad rush towards that side. Bear in mind, transportation networks would also be difficult, and it becomes very difficult. Say, access that side, I have a problem, but I do not, and even those see many say Africans in the Crimea too much because Crimea then share that in baby school be papa be a and now say economic activities. Only the hardcore, hardline Soviet and ancient and olden city. Our money do me a pro-Russian. A whole the racism near high. And the Africans don't like such an area. And at Donetsk and Luhansk form, the same belt, only a pro-Russian. Almost share that Africans and share Africans more into the Ukraine inside the middle and then the North Kiev. And all back the European side, middle European side. Don't forget, say, all of them not try, and as most of them you call Ukraine, now almost per aqua Europe.
Okay.
Either through Slovakia, because we were Slovakia, which is Bratislava, owura Bratislava hona were close to Austria. So owura Hungary oko Hungary obefa Hungary akọ the southern part of Austria border called Oberwart. Owura Oberwart wabedu the Steiermark, which is the Hardberg capital, Hardberg, Steiermark region of Austria. Then we will Steiermark or Graz in Austria. We do Graz in Austria. It becomes easier to go to north, either say Vienna, and as it becomes easier to go to Slovenia, which is the former Yugoslavia side. But we need Graz, Austria, either through the Vienna side and as or the Hungary south now. We need Roma, European Union. We enter European territories. What does it? And the access route, was Slovakia. Access route, mbeko down enter Romania. But to enter Romania, you have to come also to enter Hungary and also through Bulgaria. And on track coming to Europe, your friend Middle Europe, and I'm looking at say, Omunina Babe Fat, do not be to me Rome, Slovakia, Udu Slovakia, and then Czechoslovakia, Udu Slovakia, and Omkapta Bratislava, and San Wafri Slovakia. Is Lubit Mako Prague, Udu Praga, we're close to enter Germany from Prague. That is the Czech Republic. Utimi enter Germany from there. And also far Austria also, Utimi kofa Germany side. And of course at the other side of Villach of Germany, Austria also, the southern part of Austria also, or called the northern part of Italy. What they say? Vicenza, Padova, Miesti will enter from that time also, where Italian territory. Depending on where the person is focused, and I say, one person Baba Ghana. So near Slovakia territory and now we are Austrian territory now, and you can only go. Austria is not having any border with Ukraine, or no a border with Slovenia. Your friends say Hungary and no border with Slovakia. Each one of them meaning our European Union. Into enter from that side, then coming to Middle Europe becomes very easy.
Near Bomodin say between any Ghana for any be or a din come. The issue now. In fact, Foreign Affairs Minister Ajatum, I say, over the plane, you could see Ghana for any be.
Play no every.
Yes, I think what they are doing is
mobilization.
Yeah,
they are doing mobilization.
How more tickets to come. And
that's a good attempt.
Family, Omanka Sabusi and Far to take it.
That's a good attempt.
So airband. Omode Kakrebiaba. No, sir, baby, now say they are not interested in coming.
Sir, they are not in danger as we see.
Okay.
If they are not in danger as we see, because let us not forget, sir, battlefront of any war, the noise now, television is a small object, it captures small actions, and I say they show small actions. Smaller actions in area now are besieged or under siege, those areas to the world portrayed as big, but on the larger front, the other now baby or crown or Ukraine crown and tokwano on television soon watch. On that note, so Felisa or you okay on hand who say be a opesoba, but the more battlefront and our front line and no more done yes in Luhansk, no much as a honor Africans and Ghanaians, because that side didn't get too developed, and at that side in these universities in schools now. More Africans in Rohon. So be Africa in India, Nigeria for na offline places are yet no not to no agenda passport not in baby. But Ghana for to need there. We are city beds. Ghanaians like to be in a city. Nigeria for ne Kenya, Money, other tribes, other nationals. The timi derina, tata baby atisa. Ghanaians they in fact on see hano urbanization method in the way trim. Ghanaian be a two kwanya. So Germany will be or per Hamburg or per Berlin or per Frankfurt near there or call Holland or per Rotterdam or Amsterdam or per bigger nation cities. In the Ghana for an entire a crisis. And the woman yet be too much affected as we see it. But anyhow, no, it is a world issue. Will be a canvas to be or a hununtiana, a busafono, in Yabutra Kakra. But I'm in a Kata this year, as a Kofi and uncoming bow, but. Futu bi aba ntimi de menye sure say mebo because odwen ho so say oba be pie ha most of them no okorua Ukraine abra no oni any resident permit o Ukraine ye deport no ye nche no ebi our starting the documentation and a process abi an Ukrainian. Let us not forget a good number of the Ghanaians any Africans know Ukraine no nyina are Ukrainians because it's easier so while Ukrainian about 3 years 4 years no near dom Ukrainian passport amom to sure Nigerian form Ukrainian nationality no in thousands. In the Aka country and the nationals from the African continent or Ukraine is not Ghana. Nigerians only go Ukraine more. Ghanaians, of course, like other countries in Yadirona is students. In Ghana for na ohono se obeba krom ha ne bia quote unquote out of rush wabefu plane near the number to her. There's no way Kofi obitima call back to Europe and obitima call to Ukraine. Until they would rather struggle say I am mass exit. Let's say you and I European Union open exit there. They will take advantage of that mad rush. No rather western part. Either say Poland and also obitima run through Poland that be run Germany. And also be through Poland, Ako Czech Republic, Afa Hakura Austria, and also Bafa Hakura Germany. In that thing, say, Ubi or Hwa, say, a Kobasi with not easy access, or an agent so baba because there was a huge news out there. That's what TC say, Yababa for my Nasu Timuko Polanda. My brother, Kofi Wama.
If you say, if you Romania, no. Say omo twaso omo real Poland na crowd omo dey say
so real Poland or territory of Europe
nti omo say omo sa no omo asi Schengen we say no nti ho so there no borders
but still land number control kakra but there as far as abaya crisis na mass refugee o ka say me no can program so angel and no aka chum say if you went open an exit now me buffer area now me instructed the countries neighboring say open your frontier now allow the people to access their fund either than that no now because say racism that is not the case. The case is that good number of the countries near Sando the divided the Balkan and after the Baltic states from the European Middle Europe and I say the Balkan part of the Europe starting from Poland no need is a free access. And we call Europe, Ukrainian national friend saying ID card and resident permit and call Belarus and call Moldova and call Lithuania and call Latvia. And to Omudiano, residents in here exclusive to the country now where you reside. And it's a kobase when you access no person upia e be our country now. Those countries in your part of European Union to also making sure say the immigration laws are respected. It is a matter that borders on immigration. But say mass exodus movement there. Then the UN or i.e. the European Union comes in and instructs say this country open na then whether it will be a flashpoint they don't care but they will tell you say a human catastrophic situation no opina omnia access to enter a hono na man for be take
say wo ho na you Ghanaian will you come
say me ho na me Ghanaian na me Ghanaian na me need danger sir I don't see the relevance but me feel say me danger I will just make it up
because of
Ghanaian bia wo Ukraine at the moment I won't cry resident permit on your not so baby fee only Ukrainian ID card only Ukrainian residents bia there. So if there is an exit way to Slovakia, Papa students in Kwambe from Ako. I wouldn't lie to you because that is the end point. Destination here, Middle Europe. Now why Nyan is an was mentioned Hayasa, Nasia B exita, Kofiwan and Kombako. That is the scene. And in Tokwano, Uhunisano, a good maybe you don't know a big jubility because you Ukrainians themselves you know. Don't forget that they don't have visa free access to them enter Middle Europe. And and to when so is another way because in 1991, 1990, when the Yugoslavia broke away republics, the flashpoint was the Slovenia border with Austria, which borders with Salzburg, 24 kilometers with Graz. That's flashpoint, the Maribor border, which is called the Slovenia capital today. No, Papa, Ubia Fahokoye. They move all the way from Ljubljana. They move all the way from Croatia, Zagreb. They move all the way from Montenegro. They move all the way from Sarajevo. They move all the way for other places to come and enter the other side, to enter Austria. So, or call Ljubljana side or call the southern part of Austria to enter Italy. And they took advantage of that to come to the west. In Tusha, war no, it will have a benefit to you. And a good number of those people at that time from the eastern part of Europe called Yugoslavia. No, only never do Austria. Some of us were students at the time there, so we know, and also we live there, so we know what happened.
Church of Pentecost for more Ukraine and Romania, ne other borders. Other ones say ati adwuma amoye, but the numbers are to ya oman phone contact. But they say, me name a honey dinner, is it Sumi? And I said, what is SUMY something? A honor na you say Russia for no a soldier for no Russia. In Tiama, I difficult. Omonim say blacks hopper, and they anticipate Ghana for a bedroom by 100. In Tia honor, and I difficult. So
be southeast, be close to the, you know. Don't forget, say, baby are all year fight, you know. Yeah. Mariupol down, no, Kakran, any Crimea honor. That side, you know, the heavy resources base.
Okay.
What I say?
Okay.
Heavy resources base. And yes, Sky economy is strong, but Austria, your friends saying, Russia, when the natural resources are when you're battlefield because a baby Putin energy home. Into those are the places our the pressure adhere to Ukraine so. And it's our capture and answer we invaded that side now. He didn't just invade it, but then there's a strategic reasons all the years.
Let's break down. First of all, are you for Russia or for Ukraine?
I'm for the world.
You're for the world?
Yes. Okay. And I'm for the world peace.
World peace.
Yes.
What is happening now?
In Russia.
In Russia.
Okay.
Between Russia and Ukraine.
Ukraine.
The picture now, when they say Russia to share Ukraine, so and sometimes it's difficult to know why I want to Russia also. You have to say probably by our China time as one say Ukraine, you to me the European Union and some calculations be but as to say I don't become one as for more and give us a background to Sir and Tokoya.
Let me share once again here T4. Russia and Ukraine. Russia na only the head and the father of the USSR. You can USSR a union of socialist republics. Okay?
Yeah.
The Soviet socialist republics. Now the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, and I said the Union of Socialist Soviet Republics, and any of them that you picking. Russia and the best step forward and obey the head. Our the Moscow in the capital, and or the Kremlin in the seat of government. Now 15 federal republics and the core union. The 15 republics, you know, one of them is Kyrgyzstan, one of them is Tajikistan, one of them is Uzbekistan, Yebinya Moldova, one of them is Belarusia. And you been Russia nankasa, and you been Georgia, and you been Armenia, Georgia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Omuninara, including Ukraine. These were the republics na omye maku 15, including Belarus, etc. Omuninara ne kabo omu no omsi omko join union. Omko join union no. The union, as it was called, USSR, Kremlin, Moscow, and the house will be and to omina nipa baku, and omia busunya baku, and omo language baku. But territorially, no, na omo republics. Republics ni yenya bi wo krom hada. Ghana gained independence 1957 crown. And yet areas in na joining. Until said the whole areas in joining, you know. Near did 3 years of our independence and you been the Republic Day in 61 and 1960, 1st July. No? And that is when all of them they formed, say, Ukraine and Republic, Georgia and Republic, Moldova and Republic, Belarus and Republic, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, woman individual republics, no count the Ebomu, a former Russia. In 1985 thereabouts, no, na omo party, a friend the Communist Party, what I say, of the Soviet Union. Engineer friend say CPSU. What I then say? Okay. That was the Central Party or the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, CPSU. 1985, no, leading to that 84, no, na Mikhail Gorbachev on the president. Udika be a secretary of the CPSU and subsequently be a president in 1985. Or yeah, president 1985, you know, US had a president called Reagan. But what they say, and my almighty Margaret Thatcher, a UK. I'm talking in terms of the superpowers. Now, Mikhail Gorbachev, from 85 or 5 years, you know, and was started say, or tried say, all countries are republics, you know, in Ukraine so because picking Ukraine we about 45 million. O picking Belarus on the number 20 something. O picking we Moldova or some, Turkmenistan or some. Afghanistan of Osum, Kyrgyzstan Osum, Kazakhstan Osum. Countries in republics in Susan Tedia and Kamumian Chichem, near Maomia flag bearing nation, sovereign nation with sovereignty rights. Now, women in our countries, we are instead, name young what the federation like United States, and federalism, woman. America could also have done, say, Georgia, Atlanta, New York, or a country. But America for the federalism, and at the state level, no come who United States of America. United Kingdom will be, or the Irish, Wales, and Scotland, or become in album so yen. Now, Russia for a year joining say, Gorbachev again say, Yanyanisa, and to see a UN Security Council near Vutua. You were more votes instead of one vote in a beco. And to try convincing woman. But Russia, for communists as they are, no more ideology, no more principles on the West. I'm from democratic nations. Until 1991, elections, so they were looking for a hardliner. No, a hardline politician, or no, pro-Russia, and that's why you pro-communist. And the Boris Yeltsin. But prior to that, 85 for now. Your friend said Gorbachev be a president, you know. Under 1 year, 86 April being and Russia, that is the Soviet Union, arms, warheads, nuclear heads in Ukraine. Georgia, no one near my see. Kazakhstan, no one near my see. Turkmenistan, no one near my see under the federation because we are one country. 86, you know. Now it was a bit surprise, say, obey a president, a year, Mikhail Gorbachev, no. It did 1 year, no. You say, Chernobyl, which is the city that was holding the weapons of Austria, and your friends say, Russia, any omono in arsenal, boom, any jatum. Into that reactor, no, especially the number 4 reactor, no, a holding and woman dangerous and Yamawa, Nina. That was under Mikhail Gorbachev. Until BB said the Chernobyl disaster, and we are seeing the day reactors in the smoke, your friends are mentored and Yama. At the end of the day, no, the world fight Russia for fight here, and we doom and a BBR to try. Until Gorbachev a free power 91 now, Boris Yeltsin buy no. Still no pro-Russian for no and pro-Moscow for no say. Sa ideology and as the system see join the entity republics nenye be there. But now Gorbachev are prepared grounds. I'm not
be say have Felix Michelle say edino Gorbachev and I say
Gorbachev.
Okay. But yes you had the no or who or take chop na no.
That be Gorbachev. Okay, Gorbachev.
Okay.
And to Gorbachev if you wanna Boris Yeltsin buy no. Yeah. Now Boris Nankasa no. Now on say on concentrate because sebi no some more. Now Gorbachev buy no. Oba beto John Major. Their friend is saying Boris Yeltsin buy no. Now Margaret Thatcher exit wa resign in 1994. Ama John Major abem. John Major elderly politician of the UK's. Boris Johnson no wanyini kakra and obeto no. Into social between 1991 92 91 na Boris Yeltsin buy no. Na Major ho. That time no na Reagan so na Margaret Thatcher de omukọ na Bush senior and ho 91 92 92 American elections January 20th and Bill Clinton buy. And it's interesting thing Clinton buy no only a smart politician, smart diplomat and obey ko kan John Major ho and omni Boris Johnson enom started say on Clinton ni di nkoma da bia no osre krokro no sa enti hu ye no na applications after applications 15 republics no obi atete say open country Boris Jensen wan ka hwe Belarus no aten Moldova no oko Lithuania no oko Latvia no oko Kazakhstan no oko Tajikistan no oko Uzbeks eni omina obi a ehu no obi atete no ene beka Moscow in 1991 to 1999 under the presidency of Boris Yeltsin no nature say Russia Soviet Republic no a breaki e breaki ye no beka Moscow nemo Moscow no be nya ally say me Belarus me ko the Minsk government me ko nemo Kazakhstan me ko nemo me ally still with Russia.
Okay.
Be nya hardcore highlanders say or the only Russia ni bibia ibi. Now this is how Ukraine or the chain Ukraine our the parliament. Na Belarus was parliament.
Na Ukraine e can Russia Soviet Union. No kan.
Oka ho one year on the main na match say on kan ni chrome weapons.
Okay.
Now 1991 na Gorbachev a free power no. It was surprising say Gorbachev koye na no. Wo Gorbachev buy no 1986 na Chernobyl share. O free power na 91. Ukraine for call omo parliament. And yet the parliament of the Kremlin and omko sign say yenye Russia biom into no oni Moscow anko onwa na ye self-proclaimed independent and oje no onwa independent and adana oka say we Ukrainian Republic onye part of Russia biom 91 and also then the president ebaye ni nyina no na kese Boris Yeltsin and oho 95 na Boris Yeltsin na oho na Clinton aba picture ni mu no omne kasa Chernobyl so ahye and Ukraine started to or build up to be a powerful force to reckon with. Now Yeltsin be free power 99. All this period in the 90 column no now this Putin now or your mayor of your friends in Moscow and obey a KGB boss. And to obey a KGB boss and it means that our knowledge and also ni me kwan e be a fast one nyina break away and also disintegrate here. Okay. Until 99 no am pushing the agenda 98 enter into the presidential race. That time Boris Yeltsin crab be 6 months no ntimi nkasa into a standing elections na 99 year two man no oswear in 2000 alongside with President Kofi. Okay. That time na Clinton so akọ from 1993 also akọ ni 2 terms 93 to 97 no ena John Major so resign here ena Tony Blair buy Tony Blair buy and Roberto Clinton. Tony Blair is one of the intelligent to me fine politician. Clinton one of the intelligent fine politician and then the Jacques Chirac of the France. And this cruise you know anybody is in jail here e man soft on niema. But ayi buy no your friend say put him by 99 no na Clinton time aso. Na used so Tony Blair so the resignation abetom amono so no omu nyina no omo ho eden no omo eden politically diplomatically no omo ko and Putin by time Putin by no na ka Russian colony I am friends one republic from Chechnya no and omsusu no omso application demo a omso ti omo ho and Putin chance na 2000 no and also you are not going anywhere and Chechnya for no raise arms no mtu say Russia are weak and to one ne kono Putin estampo on them and killed 8,000 people within 2-3 weeks. Odi fiti omo no and or say mo amonya Russians and there's no country called Chechnya. Enti omo rebels and omo yes are fighting for independence omo nyina no dodo na ka underground since 2000 bepem na. Okay. And the Putin tinase and also or yet Russia and will raise what is called the Putin decrees now 14. Now kind of 14 decrees now or installed in May into friend May decree or yeah May decree 14 no and or chere a kwanya or person of us running the Russia and as it were Russia must be strong again into or your economic reforms or your social reforms and or yeah a lot of things and or say countries are almost free Russia Federation ni mono omu nyina antiase say they have to neutralize it around Russia the country no neutralize it
man call biafa
organization biana Russia wewuram UN dey omi free to join name NATO ni ade bia ye arms no on person ombekum because say mo ye part of us ye niam bia bedi mu ho munim ye secret ni ade enti say o neutralize or no any problem now e woni decree way back in 2000 but obia ignore no and didi ma na okon first 4 years we 2004 we no say election and or winning landslide victory and or 2008 o year 2008 no now we force the Russian parliament ko 3 and a Russia foreign say there be ya man in court third term enti third term no omu constitution ni say obetima ko 2 consecutive times no a step no asa back and or kofa Dmitry Medvedev Edinburgh or the Medvedev buy no or yeah what is called tan democracy ni say me the power amount Jinokura but me here asa fama me back enti Dmitry etiase and no you know your friends Putin no a move from the presidential palace and as presidential seat and or call prime minister or be prime minister and or the Medvedev be president no be president prime minister no we Dmitry near president no Russia parliament law be no ho man sign or no na sign bibia presidential house and a palace na ono Putin team no wantum wa ma boy no so antenam because na tan democracy otiase into chani 2000
and democracy we di kakra na we di kakra
madun wa arrangement sabi yam fan in the case of His Excellency Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo na nka woko 4 years no the system ni man babaka the 4 years ni bend no de ma president vice president Mahmoud Bamia enti nke ye 2020 elections no na nka wasaba abeje ne friend and democracy
okay
enti oji anu wie ye no oba back 2008 na 2008 wie ni term no de ma oye tan democracy system no ode ma Medvedev no e no kotena ase one kotena you or that criminal who as a prime minister 2012 and oye den o say unity and o say na ade ma no and o say win a landslide victory into 2012 oji wie ye no and o hu say na afi emire wonanim so obedi kro bitima say di another 8 years enti country bia woni Russia beef no ono mu bedili okay obaye no 2012 the first thing oyeye any Crimea no aye the eastern border with Russia south omye Ukraine border ne fa omu
okay
but woman kasala no mu shato say omu person mbeko Ukraine they want to be part of Russia
okay
Crimea for no and that time no president ano ayi no Viktor Yanukovych wa ma omu kwai wantiase na ono no more or less in pro Russia into wantiase amakwai ama Crimea for an anko what are they na say and it was easier say ayibeba Putin ebekwa akoje ho and the 2012 na oje power na obsa efa kofa Crimea no ana omo Ukraine for e declare Crimea for so omo rebels declare so omo rebels no that time it was under the presidency of your friend say Petro Poroshenko no ebaye no ono no a billionaire already as a president confectionery products milk and you know we too rich no worth more than 3 billion and obey a president Ukraine obey president Ukraine and na wonne ayi your friend is saying your friend say Putin started say omunya problems but don't forget so onu ni sika nso no unyan under Kremlin because no omunyina ye KGB boys and you know the office of Putin and in the history of Ukraine no one president utimne Russia or Ukraine or ye friends Putin any problems no so Putin now Yanukovych Viktor no pro Russian Ukrainian president no dwane kotan Russia and na we so buy no Petro Poroshenko no or Putin yes so ye gidi but ono ya sa ni nyina no ono so ni the president we are Ukrainian for sika massively and to who say ankoye the oye na nkwen in 2000 odin 2015 2005 15 a time ho no 15 years 10 to 15 ho no and omo ye election and omo ye day omo pam no enti na ono no Poroshenko no only the best started the agenda of the European Union because catch a Ukrainian say Odomo call West Odomo join European Union and he was the one that started the agenda of Ukraine joining European Union. Bear in mind said NATO now Russia Ukraine at that time no Ukraine again independence no or neutralize ye can neutrality and a neutralized nations these were the countries declare in the world say on fa etu onu obianko okay on joining the NATO forces MAS NATO no obeka ho no obeko ntokwa so obeko NATO ni mukra na on raise arms or call humanitarian which are the countries Norway where red or white red and black okoy Latvia uhu no okoy Lithuania okoy declare internal Russia are comfortable. And the Ukraine that we are talking today no, also declare neutrality. Denmark declare neutrality. Norway, Sweden, only the first country could declare neutrality. Say only the second world war who have talked on person no biabeko. Austria, red and white nation, will declare neutrality. And Poland also declare neutrality. But only the chain will jeopardizing or joining NATO no. And a host of countries, Costa Rica will declare neutrality. Spain will declare neutrality. Mexico will declare neutrality. 20 countries and now Russian Turkmenistan are part of Russian Federation. Say declare neutrality around the Russia because or say declare don't join NATO because Baba me enemy. Okay. And Ukraine was a neutralized nation on arms. So Putin surprisingly, even though he's one of the stubborn presidents, now onono koma Crimea for independence forcibly or catch Ukraine for say sa strip hano omso mpesomba Russia Ukraine so momunka Yanukovych na on the no tiase be Petro Poroshenko so on tiase and na oba 2012 na ye Putin no or start kokoji ho wie ye no one day or che 700,000 passports and what the mark Crimea for say munyam your Russian and we use that as an and what they call UN say Crimea for ni na so about Russia one woman country and yet only self-determination but they are part of the Russia alliance into Russian citizens into UN ka omanu tumu name Lugansk and now Luhansk and now Mariupol and now Donetsk for ni there they no so mo flag and so person ye and Russia catch Ukraine say e kwan a wo fa so te ho a wan krame no wom susu person ye part of their own country enti mo kwa ho na heat ni bae okay and now Ukraine forces women to declare the Donetsk rebels and will declare Mariupol rebels and will declare Lugansk sa border na friend Donbass no the Donbass region ni no will declare them say rebels and the Putin fee say or call force no akọ help wo no ni Ukraine. Interestingly no Ukraine and will declare say how do we call a neutral land no why application to be part of NATO.
Wedi kan say Putin ama omunyina agi atum say omunjoin ni obi a
na omudi atum Boris Johnson at time omji tumo a Gorbachev time.
But now the new president of TCC.
Yes, Zelensky.
Zelensky
Volodymyr Zelensky.
Okay. Why am I putting in history?
Yes.
On history ne say.
Ono ne say. Ono no time a Poroshenko no ekoba say ono dey be save Ukraine do mako Europe. Actually ne aban no witness the massive fraud in the history of Ukraine. And as Zelensky so obaba betwa European Union no adwuma ne so. Enti omuto aba na de man no. Ono no ye na dwen so ono de oye anti-Russia. Okay. Enti ono no by abam. Okay. 2018
when team on Russia asem enti omo declare neutrality ni nyina no ono ba still
no on imagine when team enti om to Poroshenko 2019 no Zelensky buy no obaye na no so started the European agenda and or intensify the seek to be part of European Union first your application for European Union no European Union the application ni too but then European Union ama Ukraine as we speak strong worded message say ya bejimatum ya prepare grounds near the mabeka ho integration no name 2024 na ya member so be member of the European Union na instantly no on function bibia say nsuo is can over joining your person show performance your person show economy your person show security your person show assistance support any niema we dey by European Union to 2024 no joining ya 6 years thereafter which is 2030 no ehon na ne ye be ma o enter the Schengen ombetima enter the currency ombetima enter niema mebre but this war na o mu kon niema miensa economic war to the Russians a political war to the Russians and diplomatic war to the Russians. Economic war ni say Ukraine a part
of
the European Union na ne gas no obe pump aton ama Europe.
Gas no Ukraine.
Ukraine was head of the Russian gas no.
Okay,
Georgia mu nyina obi. Russia won there but as we speak no Russia na net ton the gas edima Europe. Na 80% of Russia gas kwa German for kwa na eto. France Toby, Holland Toby, Omunyina Toby. Into Russia and massive scandal in the middle Europe.
Okay.
And so Ukraine be a member there, or no back up by the European membership agreement. Into betima ton gas ni cheaper than the Russia the woman. Into Putin who say doom hona, nisika sam enkoye. That is the economic reason.
Okay.
Political reason is say what you say so could join the European Union no. Next is what enter the NATO zone. But politically, what you say we a neutral nation. But who could join it there? Next say European Union, NATO, any European nation back frontier anymore. Ebe establish base. Ewo Ukraine. And Russia sees it said, on Russia ni NATO special agreement. I friend the Russia NATO Council. And only a special agreement to be a Russia membership no or a membership, but never may be only NATO yet. But on one special council agreement, you know, NATO for you free ho. Into one share say a conflict say Ukraine about NATO anymore. Now one NATO war agreement, for a council agreement. Now a famous so no. Okoje Crimea in 2012 political decision by one NATO take it and one cost suspended Russia. Now Putin wabani second term, the third term 2012.
No more suspended Russia free.
Almost suspended as we speak. Every NATO. But no suspended no say ni cancel agreement in Zufio. And the NATO for any. And also some need dia muntima Ukraine so intimia member. Mempene. Because that was not the agreement. Some man be member wabebe me hwano dodo. We me war tactics, we me defense system. Into obamu hananeke say NATO is facing Russia. But Russia also no agent tokwa ato no so say NATO nya trouble on so be support. Russia, the allied forces, NATO, any American for call Afghanistan. Afghanistan, Russia koi but want to or your support services or logistics or call your friend say medical the support to the allied forces. Into no pese on in the territory will be a problem. Now, no year and say we an European Union man in 2024. You answer NATO forces be ma Ukraine 2024. More membership. And we need Putin the biggest problem. And the honor your friend said the diplomatic turn down, and that's a diplomatic part of the crisis. Majority I say. Yeah. In my view, at that time, no, it was too mad rush for NATO to say suspend Russia because Russia is a bigger ally and we are superpower. It is what suspending from 2012. Oko invade Crimea, eko jumbeka Russia home. Fine man so wa. Name on 3 countries in a no stretch no. Russia, any Belarus, any Kazakhstan, any countries in a year pro Russian. Only 5 countries among the 193 countries of the United Nations. Some 5 countries in Kwana taking Lugansk, any Donetsk, any Mariupol as a daughter country. A year as Putin said, me a superpower. And the South countries, me recognize you because Muntu many conquer Yugoslavia, Albania, Kosovo, Albania, Tirana, any other UK ni America ni the Western world nso adopt to Emma wom yeden independent nation wom ti wom free Yugoslavia Serbia ho enti yesusu ebetima moma yeden a country on their own and this issue diplomatic issue no hange ho a NATO fo na ndi asem na nwie and this application to be the European Union member Ukraine no ho and this problem of the neutrality na Ukraine and now no all free mu akọ join the defense forces of your friend is NATO and so eba. Now, quite interestingly, no, a honey dynamics, no, and I mean, if he said
Now me check out when Russia became part of NATO. Russia, yes. no, come home.
One day I come home as a member.
Okay.
Then the membership no a certain limit. Okay. And was signing so much was signing Russia will cancel any different NATO and the Russian council. Okay. Any different agreement. Because Russia name no superpower no per se one American for near they join one organization. But a number be a no one Atlantic no baby o one tiase agreement and obey more or less say we a member. Into suspend your membership no say diplomatic problem o man solve. Into confuse o man solve there. Next say Ukraine na Russia suru no say obetima ha no. Akọ join here Russia feel say ne your friend is saying the territory no endangered. And I put in so your politician and I'm say we stubborn eating or feel say we entitled. Say when timi ma Ukraine enko Europe. Na the economy ne gas me bono. Na o ma me treat e meye ne defense on threaten no. But mama ma quick a history. Yugos your friends of Poland or ne Ukraine any Russia war border. Poland for na omu leader 15 years ago 2010 2000 and something around 15 years ago no. Yeah. Poland for president on the prime minister on the defense minister on the IGP omye nipa mako 100 and Putin invite you 2010 na onu Putin prime minister sabumye nyina amra ye former allies yen celebrate the day of Russia independence omu nyina akọ Russia ekọ celebrate ye omu pie abano na border ne so boom. And imagine say one day president prime minister and omu former president omu nyinara no omu ye pro Europe Putin finish omu nyina enti be ma Poland for the omu suru. But the history again is that Ukraine land no enye Ukrainian for no crowd there.
Okay.
Ukraine Poland for land.
Okay.
When in the 15th and 16th and 17th century no, Poland as a country was wiped out from world map. First World War, Poland was wiped out. There was no Poland. Russia for the Polish fought and Umberi gain here. 45 women sa konye and obeji Poland in Sio na asase ne somano and uja sa part no. Edima Ukraine. Until the landlord and the landowners of Ukraine country na Poland. Into Russia debiano or share adia Ukraine beye because Russia and Ukraine no one family. Okay. Poland Russia your friend is saying Ukraine landlords and Russia also European territory and Russia also NATO territory monti Russia any Poland also what I say obiara dan hoso Poland dan hoso and this Ukraine fight no and say the Western world no NATO and the Europe. Europeans miscalculated. The miscalculation was that they started talking. Me catch the interview before said, and yeah, the Europe will be able to donate one single arm. Yeah. Obetimi the ammunition call. But we are not any troop back home. Elbeti Russia. Okay, say me cancel some nature. After the Ukrainians who say more Kasembe assistance support. Logistics no the buy nipa na beto. Why? Because say Russia army 900,000. The reserve is inquired 2 million. Ukraine the army 273,000. The reserve is happy no call 100,000. And in terms of the firepower, no, Russia will be, but won't mean 900,000 army. What is going on now? No, let the public understand. So we understand the strategy and the defense system and the Russia. Nobody can tell what is in the mind of Russia as of now. But then the diplomacy breakdown. And NATO are managing ye, European Union are managing ye. No. So when Putin started warning Ukraine, no, now that time it could have been dealt with at the diplomatic level on the table, using the corridor of diplomacy and now using the table of diplomacy. European Union for now yes sir, NATO for yes sir, until say Putin be declare invasion. So declare invasion there. Invasion must come with a result. Enti must wa wakokum nipa wa pieko. International criminal justice system no ebe catching up. Enti ebusa say Putin mission obi anim. European Union for na nkasa num say the NATO headquarters in Brussels ono anka say neutral land into ontimi nkoko Amsterdam Holland ontimi nkoko now no se munyina mu ntimi donate ana mu ntimi volunteer mu troops na so di tuo be kwa tuo nipa na eto
aba say me soja ni bi a omo aware sisi na nsan ya honeymoon ni nyina omo kokura
tuo no nipa na eto enti mu di tuo no komana na me ni ndu a enti
we say wa bi o say wa betimi a fight ama Ukraine bi aba
oni the other fight be sell me say Russia army ni 900,000
ye ko kan won kra Ghana soja for ko kan
the population 145 million United States population 355 America on the National Guard in Akaboma 1.3 million. Russia and Kwande ni 2 million reservists. Our Maya prepare say a 10 biana Russia being a problem you never sorry for arms. Onyusu omo. This fight no more kono. There is no Russian special forces. Onyusu special forces.
You are the team B kra na
yeah from baby army.
Mule for no.
They only the baby army na eko.
Emponi.
Enti onye mami nchiro. Putin is not going say or call akoji Ukraine.
Okay.
Putin is putting pressure on Ukraine so the European Union should be fed up with their involvement and then with their membership. Putin is putting pressure so that NATO ebe you himself in Ukraine. Now I refer Ukraine to the neutrality. And only idea Putin oye. Now intimidation no NATO for ensusu ama political heat na memuno. And then aggravate story na am put in the book now.
But could this also be true? Humble Ozzy said the West is deliberately using Ukraine to test the capacity of Russia.
The West cannot use that to test the capacity of Russia. They can use that to provoke.
Okay.
Listen to me, not to test, to provoke.
Okay.
And to almost provoke woman. Russia in very well say, not only Kaboma, individual countries will be ama. Poland will dare not make a mistake so only Russia can start atrocities beam. Now, NATO no, the story ni yo.
Yeah.
Dynamics in say. Now Russia, your friend Obi, German Bundeskanzler, Prime Minister, and Angela Merkel, or your Putin political daughter, or no see integral part of the NATO. Mami no on 20 years no. Putin bedi 10 years or no 8 years no. Oni mami no, oni ne ka Russian, oni no onkuta hudie. Enti NATO crowd Russia o masem kobo ba Russia so a na bibia ha de waye adan na ma mini free power under 1 year Scholz in SPD Socialist Deutsche Partei no e no o master intensify the membership of Ukraine now no sa Angelica Merkel e wo mu a enka sa issue no ka Russia nko anfa hit na ama be ma mini free ho no ono no Putin free say so the pressure to Ukraine so a na refugee mass refugee no German for the benya influx into Obama problem SPD government no discredit you any political strategy of your friends saying Putin now obi an hu Putin tim adwene say NATO for kasa France to messages Boris Johnson or two messages when very well say Royal Army need to enkoko because
Ghana cry issue statement says ceasefire Russia ceasefire
and then I make sure say you join the international forces to give statements, but you don't go unilateral unitary statement. And the next attack country, no, either verbal or whatever. And Ghana no, or be joining the international forces. So any day put you on new niasem. Okay, say no, make us say Ghana and me ma on one so speech say putting Jadioyan or joining the international allies say where can put and joining another so a diplomat in India ko wakami. Now NATO did that omo European Union did that omo international forces. They were thinking say na American for being involved. Military.
Ukraine for yana.
Ukraine for you no visa American for beba. But let me tell you and tell the world and tell the listeners. America, they are too smart. Because we say case in the European case. And on him say Trump now ha enka your friend is a Putin. Enka you NATO kra no nka Putin so be stop the ekoso no say o man NATO kwa mom so nyesa but Joe Biden him very well sir Putin no wo Americans nkoka baby o developing Ukraine America will lead Europe over 100 years in terms of development and political structure ni bibia on fa ne ho nkodi Europe achi ema Putin ema meto Washington on medi Putin achi Europe achi Emma the Cuba waters. A year Cuba, 100 kilometers nautical miles, no, Cuba side, no, Russia vessels were. America is super intelligent, super clever, say. On to ne obe make a political speech. I don't know,
Antonio Richie Van Dyke say, Kofi, I'm living in Slovakia, next door to Ukraine.
Yes.
The American troops are here in the eastern part of the country, but can't enter Ukraine. But it is scary the way more planes and a display.
America bad maneuvering. We're a NATO member. NATO for any obey scouting, obey maneuvering, on two weapon, on two bomb, on drop one paratrooper, on drop one parachute. Ukraine and answer Russia won't even try on contempt America. America on contempt Russia, but or patrol a NATO with American troops and yes sir, but exercise
into skirmishes.
Skirmishes. Nemom who said why are you what is in the Putin's mind? And he said there were 5 to 6 main lunatic governments of the world. You can't lunatic governments of the world are Putin a prefect. So you can't lunatic government of the world that is the president Obama, Russia and a prefect, and the vice here China, and the chief of staff North Korea Kim Jong Song, and over Cuba, Bajwadia say, and over Nicaragua. Now, so bad the side now, omuye supporting of the lunatic on your main member block. Pakistan were anti-American. Into another support to Russia. Majority I say. Cambodia, on no neutral land, once you declare neutrality, but you pro-Russia. You were Indonesia or you pro-Russia. You were Singapore or you neutral land or you pro-Russia. And it's all lunatic governments, you know. What come Obama? Omu kobe 8. So omu military population. Never China and Kwanye me Kurano. So South Korea no Kwanye near mani missiles, ICBMs, and in the long range missiles will team call at the core America. Into America and engage with Russia because an anti-missile defense system no. Or cheat the free Russia bano. Now go sabe cheat the free her. Or cheat the free Russia bano. No cheat the free North Korea. Now or catch the free Pakistan. No catch the free America will not be stupid to do that. Because it will be too much overwhelming. Now cap one-on-one countries now. The Nordic 5 no. Norway on 122. Sweden on 22. Finland on 22. Iceland on 22. Denmark on 22. Into Nordic 5 ni na ko free mo. Ireland or a neutral land on 22. Into him for and they form the basis of NATO, Ghana, and then Russia kokum. And the United States will make statements. Boris Johnson make statements. But the real fight, you know, Obian to me mention there were lunatics in it. Anything I make sure say, anybody to suggest, says our war will be do world war. There can't be any world war. Meaning said, there will be a world crisis. It is ongoing now because superpower are sorry, equal arms into a world crisis. Name say an escalation of world war there. Now me say I say, can English Boris Johnson tell His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said, on for Ghana troops emra na royal me said do year no Korea war said do year no Burma war. Ghana
so yes no mboko peacekeeping.
Masa Ghana peacekeeping no. Sir Boris Johnson free Ghana and na royal army war air. And yes what the soldiers and but or the ni play maka Ghana also so no ye part of international community bra. Ghana the helicopter no entimi nu Togo. And no American mesa kabiem with all respect to Ghana army. One one send me see any jet. And then helicopter and cause your castle or Johnny Togo for crying no makwa. O two free Accra, Obenu Monsieur so Gakope border. Obesi former Numsio Ewa Akachi, and San Numsio Demu. And this helicopter and what the Nippon term or the Akokwana assessing. Nigeria jet fighters 5 for no. Over Hokwana fu enim because Omu Yebi, Omu kwa Gambia, Eko celebrating Independence Day, the helicopters in Kwasi Ghanaian. And it's a country, individual country. Obaka ko cancer woni mini NATO na ntokwa momiamra. Now France young man e kasa. But France army se ba se NATO so obeko a hwe ba bia Paris wo. Eni ba bia ne Palace wo. Oyeso owura Germany. No be we wura up to East Germany. And I said today say Berlin. Yeah. No ko wura Berlin di ko wura Poland. Papa would Moscow sit there say Paris for move e diaba. or then the tanks far from Middle Europe e dey abeko ana there be bearing in mind is say Liechtenstein, Luxembourg omo nyina declared neutrality, and Switzerland and the France obefa him so okofa Leona why fan obefa
but when you maintain Israel
Tell me Bibi Netanyahu or your strongest ally with the United States and our Russia as very good links, meaning say Israelis, you have more than 45% of Israeli nationals are only Israeli Russians. And Bibi
no so ye din
no kakabia obecho padas be ko no ankasa no ne Knesset no ne parliament no Russians na tete ho. Are you aware? And Bibi Netanyahu enka bi. And American force you imagine say person na Russia face of or be expect say Israel beba beka ho. Israel will not attempt so on Russia beko. And yes be ontimi ne nko and ontimi nye bio. But Israel onto side already no our battle e won the region. The moment Israel bema arms or call Russia kokono, it gives room to the Palestinians. It gives room to the your friend is saying in Syria. It gives room to the Lebanon borders now already no Aleppo now super Israel. It is lunatic government, Syria or joining member of the lunatic government. It whereby said not to some kokun Syria or Makuma America or Bekuma Russia. Until lunatic governments now be dorsum. And then put to fear no now fighters. Okay, we go in Kurdistan. Kurdistan a lunatic government. And Roman Yinasu Omoko joining normally Russia Akontokwa. Who is Holland? Who is Luxembourg? Who is Germany? Who is Austria? And to Obia Betimakasa, but Roman so Makoka hit. And Russia no so Putin Ankasa no. Sabisi Atiatum so Ebodemnia. Yenima Juno Wunitim, but the bottom line is said politically, diplomatically, economically, and defense wise, Russia, any foreign nation outside or either than Ukraine or better to Russia, the lunatic governments will ramble Oma bedi Putin echi. Enu ti na ma Kofi omu nyina no sabi ehu abo wo mu a obi antimi nko forward say or kwade ne ho akowura ntokwa nu na mebre otuo mebre wajan mebre osekai mebre opansa mebre wese ni de fa koma no ne anhwe kwan a obefa so a obeto.
But why you say Russia for adwane ajomo soldier for bi adwane ajomo
ye wo
apraketo bi akohunahuna Russia
so and I make sure say Russia do ye ni intimidation. Okay. Omo battlefield sisi ya ni baby army. Omo efa omo no won 2-3 years for army no. Omo na ho. So Russia so o releasing the forces and kasa e de akogu Ukraine. Kabaten ka ye destruction are massive. Share a clever thing bi oyeye. O say Zelensky mra na yenye dey yankasa. Na Europe for ni NATO for de no omo ye no. Bramian trans ni yankasa. Ehin fa na Russia o select here. O say Belarus. Onye na adwun so be move to the communist zone ni mu. Zelensky ye miske no crab o Belarus Minsk ho a omkwa akopeke no ho opeke na obesa retake Ukraine and America for say Zelensky mra US omo befa no o say there be I'll die like a martyr onko and German for say omo man status so onko I'll remain here onim why because we free up na breakdown in government Russia bit ma peke into the strategy ni say Putin obi anim de woni team. And the strategy is Putin put to excessive pressure and force on NATO using Ukraine. So the NATO members should move. Now lunatic governments will take over. Kofi, Emra COVID by me catch you. Say I'm pampa world war, conventional war. Say the world war bar. Over 200 countries around the world. I hear fana land the bar will be kwakofa. You need land.
They say party award there.
And to be no because independent nation Ghana when you independence next 2 weeks next week no when you 65 years of independence. Eya then na British work akofa Kenya for agum edo magu jombom si e kwa akoko enya possible Kenya onko Malawi onko Zimbabwe onko Zambia onko South Africa Namibia omnyina obi anu obeko Portuguese islands Portuguese colonies of Africa Portugal were declared neutrality long time also onko eden na Mozambique eden na Angola Majority are then answer. Eden a Guinea Bissau. Quebec. A better no one could be antiminko. Obia didn't hoso, Sierra Leone didn't hoso. And the British Army cannot call Sierra Leone some Bramian Conco. But that is the irony. And I hear the talk show. And no more casa. Obia no bit my boy.
And what will you tell Ukraine now?
Ukraine, Nese. Me, I'm pro peace. Ukraine in very well said Russia started the full scale of a war. Declared, said the Omadika invasion. No, when we said Ukraine will be in a heat, destruction will be massive. But and also on the flip side of it, you know, Putin will be said, "Foul flag to her, fautio to her, Mansaso, would the own foul the and to her." To me, I find it say it is a bit of too much of intimidating and then too much of a pressure or exercise and as a person or exert on Ukraine. That is also not proper. Lunatic ideas and ideologies is not proper. But to Chiampa says, say, no Ukraine who said, not to follow, they don't hear and Obian Fetuam, Obian Fa, the troops are ma. America can hover around the NATO territorial area. Put you on to me attacking, no aggression. Germany or air, Obetima call the NATO patrolled area. On to me call the Russia, Ukraine over Oyi. And into Russia will declare no fly zone. And so declare no fly zone there. Kofina said, so we ban the territory. And only the aircraft, no, a United States aircraft, a UK aircraft there, or down on the CR there, or suit me hit your country.
Okay. And to woman in idea, no can in a coffee, a MPP and this is talk Ibia. Ombe speech, Ombe statements, but when it comes to real-time action, they cannot predict what is on the mind of the lunatic governments.
One wadam ni aircon na asa wasresre. Ebi ho a unnim za ba bi da ne ho be fa dia gbo team. Ye declare the president of Abadan for presidency we are seeing na dey. Na ke say okona ye dey but Ghana for ho a manfo aye concern no. Ebi aba be do kakra bi. Wo mo aka no so mo mra no ebi say lata moemwe wo mo se twa so mbeba Ghana pa de ne nka bombu nku wo mo. Na ebi abom wo mo ne nam Europe wo mu dwane say ya dese. Ebi mo nso busuafo se he mo mra fie enti wo mo nso twetwa ticket asande de ama wo mo a info ya nyane se ebi beba wo kina ene na de kye a wo mo ankasa na atwa wo mo tickets a wo mo nso edwane aba but wo mo a na ewo wan wadwum so mpeso mo ko Europe ne de say na mo ntokwa ne Europe bie ne borders no se wo manfo betumi adwane abebo ewo ho ti ebi mo ahya ase a wo mo wura sa atokuro no se wo betumi akobo ewo se ntokwa ne betwa se entwa ne de se minim e betumi atwa soon.
Very soon, no, Russia there, obeying Didi. Russia be intimidate your friend saying Ukraine said do no. But Russia who said not to phone in or provoke will be a ma. Russia will see obey cease fire. But now no, the oil there a shake up. And yadia obetima destroy Ukraine. And then yadia so obetima say or retake Ukraine. Nemo said not to no bum, not pressure bum dia. Then the Russia invasion must have a strategy, it must have a target, and it must have an objective. Say, after them I prepared. Say, may call all out. Ukraine, you cease to be a country on your own. You are part of USSR. Come back. And no, and a meme say, intimate do ho. Putin intimate yes no. But Ukraine Zelensky no, on miscalculate. Now on so yes sir, abenya the sympathy of Europe. Near the Naka European Union on them. Now be European member. Now they are justify say ampa ye two Petro Poroshenko no munya gidie ma me say me demboko Europe betima enter. The time no so ye. Nti du ba bia ya na presidents no sezi aka say wono ya garden 24 hours. Wone na ire ne ma ye safe. Odidi fine. Innocent civilians no and a Putin yamom which are comprehensively condemn it. But in event and in a time of war, no, you don't control the horizon. You don't control the excesses and you cannot control what happens. It is quite sad indeed. But I'm saying is the political discussions went bad. Diplomatic discussions went very bad. And the economic discussions, went bad. All the three forces combined together, no, and no nadi we say interesting say. Enya Ukraine kwani the first country kwani bi ankone Russia enya standoff 1979 Afghanistan ono no tin so wote ne ho afri Russia that time na Ukraine mu nyina aka the Soviet Union no ho na hwade with Georgia with Belarusia with Turkmenistan with Russia with Uzbeks with Kazakhstan with all this Moldova ni nyina together no Omo ntimi ne Afghanistan anko
Oh, so Afghanistan share woman.
Or she Russia, USSR 1979 up to 89. 89 now went to me and Roman and so that time no again was the presidency of Mikhail Gorbachev. So Mikhail Gorbachev and the car said the fight is okay. Afghanistan call. Bearing in mind again, he said Afghanistan not only part of even Soviet Union as in 1947. English, yeah, now British way. Na ye the colonial masters of Afghanistan. And to omu di omsika e punish omni niamaniama no 1947 and omso no British face it off. And omu beje and omu ye declare Afghanistan as a state. Or ye state na no a part of USSR do. And to Russia, KOFI TV, Russia na di ni sika, e di ni intelligence, or di ni army, e di ni weapon, e di kokoma Afghanistan and British for kunji independence. Into Afghanistan, Russia for a share womb. Into Bedu 79 now, home see your country no, and then at the Afghanistan and Russia problem bas now more British for bomb now mujichemu domuno. Yani mamuskadi a year country no. Adenti and after mobetino. And our Western allies yan a koti a could be a friend Mujahideen rebels. Sabo Mujahideen rebels in a new Moscow back on ya, USSR back on ya, 10 years now. Yet Mikhail Gorbachev at the Afghanistan, the Mamti. So far in the history of Russia, Afghanistan and a defeat you.
To see Ukraine for near Russia, focus on the face one. Russia by yam Ukraine, and I say Ukraine by yam Russia.
Kofi, when your question is will be some medical show the strength of the Russia army.
Yeah.
In terms of numbers.
David said David and Goliath. David
the numbers neko.
David come Goliath.
Matthias here, and no Kofi, unless you are telling me before the public say Kofi, oh yeah. David and Goliath at the time any yen enye generation ni bi ni history ye be widi history book Bible ni chese na Goliath we ni package ya tenti no shedade eche me no mie ni ye hu you and I were not there Dr. Mahmoud Bamua enti yenti ase that generation enye bi ye ka 2022 years
on numbers na chere
ye ka on numbers nse say your country bi a we small country ni population so chew ni economy so chew ni army so chew the reserve is secure and all weapons so say we be kra na after say what hu be your country no Russia no develop niema still otimi ko moon otimi ko orbit otimi ko ba bia wo Ukraine untimi ko bi plus one mistake we are saying say Ukraine is not an international player of the world say Ghana be sorry say Ukraine ti odi na chi akokontoka onye international player say Mexico awani neutral land no obekwa akodi Ukraine chi so okokontoka. And let us understand, say, it is not a matter, say, you create between Russia because once you are Russian. It's a matter, say, our contingent will be between na face. And to me, the Kofi means so.
Cecilia Zelensky, our kasa ewo European Parliament.
Yes.
On the air question.
What's he saying?
I say we are fighting just for our land and our freedom.
And to onukra admit and acknowledge. But fighting for our land, no. Zelensky is still talking about the eastern belt of the Donbass region. Mariupol, Crimea, Lugansk, and Donetsk. And no, so there, to me, no, me feel say, Zelensky forget it. Unforgetting normal Russia, no, unfawomu. Now Ukraine greater part, no, also that our land and our population, so. I didn't think that strip, no, that is a Gaza strip, no. Russia, any year problem, ho. Now, Kofona Musa strip, no man also feel say, person be a part of Russia. What talk one say?
Aja Farouk Al-Wahab, international diplomatic consultant. In Komo we ye bet twaso. Ye be here part 2. Abra developments ni bi akwa ni money how things will pan out. But till then yemfa enede no emfa ensia. Ye be da se pa about final words.
My final words.
Are you for Russia or you are for Ukraine?
How can I be for Russia?
Because obi frame me say
I know one person me be explain say. And also obi say me pro Russia. No. Me pro West and then me pro world and I'm here pro peace.
Okay.
Me need anything say me support to Putin on any form of aggression against one country. Okay. It will be very undiplomatic. However, I'm also not in support of the Western system, the Western culture, especially Europe forum. I'm not such a simple issue no, I aggravated. Whereas Omiru said the person who could cool a Fred Zem putting down Angelica Merkel is no more within the European Union. And until the noise may be a European for any they know very well as Holland don't committee troop. They know very well as Switzerland don't team for troop unko. They know very well as Austria for troop unko. They know very well as Hungary team for troop unko. They know very well as Norwegians unko, Denmark unko, Iceland unko, Finland unko, Luxembourg unko. And if we know says our countries in Inano unko dia, why and why again? Say Kofi, omu forso na omu dia den, omu tusu jagum na case na abedu baby a me no ka say yedu. And Kofi final word in say the world need peace. Me some final word in say there cannot be this issue Russia Ukraine no, cannot lead to any world war. As monko for security experts nko for akano because say countries 56 members of the African Alliance and as African organization obi ani ho a one to say one Russia and now say one other countries ono be sorry afani to say okoboa Ukraine enti ahun hia say NATO enti say Ukraine for kwa meye NATO member Kofi na ayeden Ukraine meye European Union no member na bayeden say buy affect me affected the oil prices into global markets is affected because Russia is fighting and no na be hit here and only the excesses and the long term or the medium short term effect what Africans so but to suggest say me support to say Russia yes and there but me suggest say me support to say su besusu jagum because America do many see so Kofi America will not drop one bomb one arsenal on the soil of Russia so occur in defense of Ukraine into Europe for no omnya do omoye no
Edasipi Farouk Al-Wahab anything common no Mariam fi say cap farm eguso electronic appliances watete ne boso awman for air to be bomodin a yenkonkon promo no aba enti ko ne kokope enema no ebi eto ewo cap farm electronic appliances awodo ni nyina ebi ewo ho sanso na pese o mani sika ede ba fi a tap send eno ene app I recommended the amount say fa send sika fa brefie easy to use Canada US UK Europe when you now between send this sika ede afa tap send so very simple just download the app na use obisa promo code and KOFI TV ede a share side ho na wo mo ache sika for doing that at the same time not to send it to a bank account or to a mobile phone enti share so sa fa my Kobe Brooks ma say I was say Kofi the man wants to talk you too you want to end say jollof de bebre na udini bebre a edo enti yemfa bi nte na yemfa development sai beba but friendly mall bia bi o manfo ko kokodi dwa pa the latest mall a obenya niam de no aduane nkonwa a lot of things bi a hwe wo mall bia no ko friendly mall obenya bi ho enti ko ho ne ko pe niam na bi neto na intimi entwitwa enye 121212 sanso ena vehicle 20 immune supported dro unye bi na wonomo a obehunu say yes wa hoden no aba wota yare rofa vehicle 20 na nombi ne beboa ama immune system no ase agane na so ebio udu America na opegana niema etumi atwa Malata African market eho na yeton Ghana mi ane Ghana ntoma toma kwa ligu ya sanimi kura ope Ghana dia obenya wi Malata African market anything Ghana ko wo bronzer ko ho na ko pebi betumi afro mo betumi a possibly kura dia bro e wa America hwa na wetumi a enjoy Ghana still yenti shena so sa fa my yere yen komo no e ba wi ye but say wo pe oil dante oil no ebi aba bebre no aba na I say kro mo bie new branch ye wo hemponi a wo hemponi obetumi abomoden ama won sa ka bi manfo a edi ni di ho adanse e pa say very good me ba ko na madi bi de eye nkate yellow one esi wo no eye nkate anwa no eye very na say na me kope bi na eye very very good wo de ye obi bia wo abehunu say yes ebo adwuma yi pa new information is kaswa opposite Zion School opposite wa obetumi anya bi ewo ho atu aton ana apibi ato ti eno no obetumi afre 024 922 8730 024 922 8730 na onsa etumi aka sa oyele ebi ebeboa wo ewo pomuden ene niam ahodo pi no eho Marenfi say Ghana Music Awards no so sabre nomination announcement no. Obetumi take it no ebi ewo obetumi agrabo take it. Ne ya baso Saturday April 16th. Enti you ready na fa ho ehye bi ebe ye brutal. This year no competition I tight. Enti ya yenhia ewo. Yemfa unsia na ye na wase. Sa wo hwe on YouTube a pomoden na yes exercise e ma me. Right hand corner ho na won say subscribe button bi ewo. Click the subscribe button no so e ma me. O click so wi a notification bell na ewo no. Sign click no so kan ho. E na be ma notification anytime be call live na wetumi adjoin ye entem. And to just click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and you are good to go. Have a good evening.
Contestant number 1. How would you invest?
Judges ne person who say, "Kwan be so and I be invest in a relationship more and the world future."
I'm going to get my man a range so we can cruise together.
I know what he likes. I'm going to enhance it. Then I'll twerk for him.
I'm going to invest in our home and I'll furnish it with the best home appliances. I'm going to save a lot of money when I get these home appliances from KOFI, Ghana's #1 discount and free giveaway store. Love season you so up to over 60% discount.
You have given me goosebumps all over.
We feel what you want to. Now, say what you want to KOFI 4 60%. KOFI
60% love season. Girl with too much sauce.
From the 1st of February, to the 8th of February, a yellow promo up to 60% off.
Looking for a shipping service that's reliable, on time and affordable? Your best solution is ANS Trading Agency Limited. At ANS, we handle all kinds of shipping from door-to-door courier services from London or Europe. We also import left-hand vehicles such as articulators, trucks and all kinds of cars. For your duty issues on 20-50 feet containers, we have you 100% covered. It doesn't matter where you're shipping your vehicles or goods from, either from China, Europe, America or any part of the world. We are the best with duty. Contact us via www.answer24.com or call us on these numbers.
We are the best!
Last year, Ghana Music Awards USA raised the bar to another level. Several artists got the nomination. Now this year, get ready to see it so higher. New York, are you ready? Another one. Ghana Music Awards USA 2022 nominees announcement coming to you live inside the Grand Roosevelt Ballroom, number 2 Hudson Street, Yonkers, New York, 10701. Catch the red carpets, the glitz and the glam at 5 p.m. and the main event kicks off from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Then it's the after party. April 16th, happening live inside New York City. For seat reservations, call +1 609 251 0178 or +1 571 287 9071. Ghana Music Awards USA 2022 nominees announcement.
Ghana Music Awards USA.
Sponsors: Van Dosh LLC, Arcare Skincare Mixture, Testy Cuisine, A&H African and Jamaican Restaurant, Max B5 Radio. Showing live on KOFI TV, Don TV, Abdul TV, Joy TV, Sankofa TV, NDA TV, Edinkwa TV, and all our major partners.
Michael, we support the new system.
Pacho, I told you.
Let's not go be able to go better.
Because supporting a boost of new system. Hey, what's a Michael t-shirt? Mato t-shirt. You can't have the fun kind of t-shirt to go, mommy.
Boss, tell your Mr. Boss, Mr. Only one.
Okay.
Thank you. And supporting the new system.
I need your well-being.
Vitro 20 is not suitable for children under 12 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. A quality product from Joey Herbal Center. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Na wodi yediania ebo ho by free diabetes esuche yare no na ebrekro no anso egutia cancer yare no eye Dante virgin olive oil ene Ginkgo peanut oil amae amansan ene yato adi Ginkgo peanut oil bo ho by to cholesterol so ebrekro no anso eye adwunumu adwuma kasa Ginkgo peanut oil wodi yediania ne dedanso na ne shade yenka nyame adefo ne asofo ne Dante virgin olive oil enchucho sunsum apam ni kwanu anyina mu na wani monyam na wonsro man shire sonko yato apeti dwa so pharmacy shops and provision shops ahudu anyina mu ni dudu mu benya ekumase bantima ya ben silver crest enchenwa pray was 0277 080481 and 0543 393867 Ginkgo peanut oil any Dante virgin olive oil ebo ho by free nyarwa hudu ho no na esiesie ni pedua no mo ho ofa dead sonko
Malata African market and I'm papa African market order for so blonze ha na ope African market papa didwa mo akoma to yam dia Malata African market edam sonko smoked fish meat dry fish so pekenki rice yam fufu fra ni nuane ahodo afiri Africa afei ye want to papa bo wire kente adamma se kente ahweni ahodo ani nioma bebre na wobenya wo Malata African market hwehwe ye chi akwan ani e number e wo screen so Malata African market mu King Kong Malata African market and I'm papa African market Malata African market.
Gone are the days where you have to move from different shops to buy your products just because you want to save cost. Be a friendly economical, a place where you can get durable, affordable and quality products just for yourself. From electronics to home decor, beautiful kitchenware, hardware, furniture to toys. Na friendly the ibutuma ko biara. We are located at Accra Central near the General Post Office and Kolebu near the Bukum Boxing Arena. Tell a friend to come shop at Friendly.
About the bull fruit, on who ye to bear. We see Yanchun there. Eba.
Fancy kakra na fam mix and a ye bedi bull fruits. Mekume dia ye ready.
Anopa kokoni.
Mamia la tachimamie na mindie. Auntie chimamie na mindie. Hey, go.
Puff mix. Aye buffruit I mix it that. Dankasa. Do hear the Piota half. Ampa pure water half. For mixi. Katasusi or 25 minutes. Let's ask Yachi. And Yakojo. Opedudu etua for 055-63-000-40. Coop's original buffruit puff mix. One bite is not enough.
FDA aji ejwadi nkra to yatum.